Come join me for a walk. I'd like to talk about how you can be free from suffering, what you can do when you feel really bad, and how to be happy, peaceful, and free. Bear with me because this terrain is a bit tricky, so I will have to look down quite a bit. Well, first of all, let's acknowledge the fact you can't really walk through life without ever feeling pain. But suffering, it is actually optional when you know how to not suffer. There's a huge difference. Pain is what happens in the moment. And if you face it, you feel it, you acknowledge it, you're open for it, it passes through you. If it's healthy anger that you feel, if it's sadness, depression, you let it pass through you like a wave. And then it will not become suffering. Suffering is your resistance to feeling pain. It is ignoring it, putting your head in the sand. It is trying to distract yourself with substances, overwork, exercise, shopping, whatever it is. Or lashing out can also be that. Can become unhealthy anger, where you're upset with everyone. Can be controlling behavior, can be all sorts of stuff. So let's look at what you can do when life feels like shit, when you suffer. There are some questions that you should ask yourself first. What am I scared of now? What am I avoiding? Is there something that I know that I should do, say, take care of, that I don't do? As in, if you know inside what you really should do and you don't do it, it becomes a discord. Also, if you are in contact with your authentic self, if you know what's right for you, if you know what your passion is, your authentic expression, but you put on this fake facade that you try to live up to, that also creates this discord. When you're too much up in your head, when you're not in contact with your body, your inner wisdom, your heart's calling, and that creates suffering. When you're not present, when you're chasing something, someone, an idea, when you long for a better future, you dread a hard one. Or if you go remembering the good old times, or trying to avoid thinking about traumatic stuff. That creates suffering as well. You're not present. When you identify yourself with your story, I am this and I am that, and someone did this to me and I did that to them, I'm a bad person or I'm a poor victim, that creates suffering. When you're not listening to your body, when you don't know your body's needs, when you don't follow its guidance, its wisdom, then you suffer as well. The main thing, however, is when you live with unhealed emotional trauma. It makes it very hard to be present then. It makes it hard to listen to your body because you've been detached, completely detached from your body. That's what trauma does. It sort of disassociates you with your physical body. Trauma teaches you as well that it's not okay to be you, to be your authentic expression, to be who you really are. And then it's hard, because when you live in this trauma response, you act out of fear. You act out of fear of not being safe, of not being loved, of not being accepted, included. So you're not present. You put on this role, this mask that is not who you really are. And with time, you forget about that. And it's extremely traumatic. And you suffer when you're not authentic. That's a basic human need, to be authentic. So let's look at then what you can do to feel good, to feel happy, peaceful, and free. And here's the paradox because you don't actually need to do anything at all. You don't need to be anyone, go anywhere, achieve anything, learn anything, develop, improve anything at all. I'm stopping here. We have a lot of deer. I don't want to scare them. Being happy, peaceful, and free. It is your natural expression. That's who you are. So, to be completely frank with you, you have the possibility, the opportunity, the invitation every single moment, every single now to realize who you are, your authentic, natural, divine self. Every single now is a doorway into that. Through your breath, through your senses, and through the sensations in your body. That is an invitation to be present. But if you want to take it a step further and really get to know who you are, you start directing your attention inwards, not towards everything out there that you experience through your senses, but the experience, the observation itself, the awareness itself. Put your attention there and ask yourself, am I aware that I'm aware? And pause. You can also ask yourself, who am I? And wait, it's not for you to answer, it's just starting to inquire. And a great way to do this exercise is to think about everything that you can remove from your idea of who you are. Sorry, they're really close now. They're not scared. Wow. That's excellent. So to remove that, which can be removed, and that which remains, your essence, focus on that. As in, you can remove your idea of yourself, as in your idea of having a nationality, of your education, your abilities, your disabilities, your beliefs, your physical body. Even if you remove all those things, you still are. Even when you sleep at night, you are still you. When you wake up, you are awareness. You're aware that you've dreamt. So start to focus on that. Okay, now to the paradox. So yes, you do have this wonderful possibility of being you, of realizing that. That's who you are, but it's like you live in this fog and you don't realize it. But when we have trauma, it is so hard to be present, to be open and trusting. And often we need to work on healing our trauma before we really can feel that authentic expression that we have. And healing in the most authentic, effective way, lasting way, is to do it holistically, as in mind, body, spirit, a roots up approach to do with support, and that you keep doing it. So even if you do some initial intensive work, you will still need the maintenance as well. Just like you keep brushing your teeth, even if you've been to the dentist, in order to have healthy teeth, you still need to actively initially work on, remember to be present, to feel into your body, to do the somatic exercises, to do meditations, to do tapping, whatever it is, whatever technique you're using, to do the journaling. But then you start to do it on autopilot, and that's beautiful. You don't have to think about anymore that, okay, now I should be mindful, I should be present. It happens automatically. And automatically, you start to have these quiet moments in your head where you're not busy in your thoughts. You start to land in your body. And of course, nature helps a lot too. It really does. Nature has this beautiful calming and grounding effect. Especially if you're not used to meditating. It can help you, give you this beautiful boost of calming your mind, getting into your body. So when you work actively over time on healing your emotional trauma, you start to feel this beautiful inner calm. You start to feel this gratitude, appreciation of life. You start to see beauty everywhere. And you start to be happy to be alive and happy to have this beautiful opportunity to live in your body in this magical, challenging as well, but still magical time that we live in. You start to feel this beautiful intimacy with life itself, with people, with animals, with nature. You don't feel alone. You're not scared of dying. And you have this inner security naturally. And you can just be happy doing nothing, being no one. Even if you don't go anywhere, produce anything, you can still do all these things, but you can still be happy. You can still be calm in the middle of the storm. Just like the eye of the cyclone is still, you then can be still, can be calm. Even when life hits you with, with traumatic events, with challenges. And you start to realize that when you do feel pain, that it's okay. When you feel triggers, when you feel triggered, that's okay. Those are all pointers and teachers for you to look at, either to go deeper, to go further, to heal more. But they can also be actually a real warning, like a proper warning that you should take seriously. Like, this is a toxic environment, a toxic person, I should remove myself. Or it could be as well that you feel differently about groups, situations, environments that you liked before, and now all of a sudden you're not convinced. It doesn't nourish you. And that's okay. You can leave. You can cut contacts. Doesn't mean you're an evil person. So I'm just looking at all these beautiful animals around here. Yeah, so remember that. You don't need anyone, anything. to be anyone, to do anything, to go anywhere in order to be happy, peaceful, and free. It helps, however, to start healing your emotional trauma, to be present, to dare to face the hardships. When difficult emotions arise, feel them on a physical level in your body. Stop, notice it, feel it. And you will start to notice this huge shift happening. You deserve to know who you are, to feel your beauty, your power, to feel the beauty of life. Thank you for watching, and thank you for coming on this little, trip, this journey with me, this little walkabout. Thank you. Take care.